I was born in a small community, Litchfield, Nebraska, on the 28th of January 1925. And we lived in that place for a few years. My folks' family moved up to Anselmo, Nebraska. And we lived there for a while, and then moved to Sweetwater, Nebraska, which is about 5 miles west of Urbana, and we moved to Kearney in 1930. And I started my schooling in the Elcott School in Kearney, and from there we moved over to another area in the Kenwood district, and went through the rest of my grade school through the Kenwood School, through the junior high, through the high school at Kearney. And when I was graduated in 1943, I was drafted into the service. Children, grandchildren, and I'm very happy, I think, and I think that, like I said, God has been good to me. So other than that, it hadn't very much, but it wasn't a very colorful life. It was just a mediocre, average American citizen, and coming from I was one of the 11 children whose parents were immigrants from Lebanon, and we came here in the early 90s, about 1910, and brought themselves to the United States to give their kids a country to live in, and a free country, freedom of any oppression, freedom of what they worship, and freedom to speak what they wanted to, worship the way they wanted to, vote where they wanted to, and earn a living, and cut a notch into the society that made the United States what it is today. A whole group of people coming from different nationalities, not to overthrow the government, but to live with the government. And they were the parents were very dedicated to their country, and they would say that they praised the United States because it was a country they were free, and people don't know what free is. And the only way you know when it's free is when somebody takes something away from you, and you don't have that freedom. You put you in a cell somewhere, and you don't have that freedom of getting out and walking around and enjoying what is out there in the world. So I think they did real well, not knowing how when they came to this country, neither one of them could speak or write the English language, and neither one of them could even read or write their own native or their own country, which was Lebanon, Arabic language. They could speak it, but it took them a while to learn the American way, but they were willing to. And my mother always said that you will be an American first. Learn American. Be an American. Go to school. Learn. Pay attention to the teacher. Don't be a dummy, because you're not going to get anything unless you have some knowledge. And remember, you will not be anything unless you get an education. And she said that over and over. And so consequently, when we went to school, we better learn. If we came home from school and the teacher had a problem about the children, my mother would know anything about it, we had a bigger problem at home. The mother would not stand for it. And we never ever, very seldom ever, had teachers and parents get together. We went to school, the teachers there, and if your parent went to school, the only reason they went to school because you were in trouble. And so naturally, we never wanted my folks to go to school. So we knew if they called the principal or the superintendent would visit our home, we could be in trouble because it was usually a problem. But if you could solve the problems before you got it too deep a problem at school or caused yourself to be in trouble, it was solved. And usually it was solved at home because parents in those days backed the teacher up. They respected the teacher, and they said, and many times the mom said, you may not like the teacher, you might not like her looks or his looks, but she's the authority. They're there because they've had the education. When you pay attention, you will learn. Not because you like them, because you will learn that's what you're supposed to do. And with respect of somebody elder, you learn a lot more. And that's the way it was. And like I said, schooling wasn't too bad. We didn't have all the fine things, but we had a lot of good times. Older brother was named Nick, and he was born in Lebanon. And he and mother came over when he was about, I think, 6 or 8 months old. My dad had already come to the United States, and he had gotten a job and earned enough money to send it back to pay passage for my mom to come. So she and my older brother came, like I said, later to the United States. And then after they came to Kearney, and I think they went to Omaha, and one of my sisters my sister Norma was born in Omaha, and I don't know if another one was born in Omaha, was Norma, Mabel, and then the one sister, I think one or two of them were born in Kearney, and my twin sister and I were born in Litchfield. The kid brother was born in Anselmo, and my kid sister was born in Kearney. So there was Nick and Nudie and Mabel and George and Josephine and Tony and Leo, myself, my sister Victoria, and John Jr., and the youngest one, Maxine, 11. I let Mark go, and God be with you.